Greetings, guys. Welcome to a Social Friday. This is something that I normally do on Instagram, but since I have been promoting harder, I was like, let me also make certain I hop on Facebook and share with you guys as well. So, trying to see what's here. So if you are tuned in, please drop in the comments where you are watching from. I just like to know, as I always say, I like to know, where our audience is at, for one. For those who don't know, I'm Fancy and I'm the publisher and editor in chief of Swagger Magazine. I'm also, when I say publisher, I mean, that means I'm also the owner of Swagger Magazine. So, and yeah, I said that. So I don't know why. It's always so hard to introduce myself, seems like it. But I am the award-winning editor-in-chief of Swagger Magazine, by the way. So today, thank you so much, Kenneth. He said, keep up the good work. Thank you also, Jessica. So where are you guys watching from? Let us know in the comments, right? And I want to take a quick second and share this broadcast on my Facebook page. So give me just a minute. So, Social Fridays is my attempt to make certain that I'm hopping on, people are seeing who I am, knowing more about the magazine, and just basically connecting further with you all. I hate that there seems to be some type of glare or something with my screen today. I'm not certain what it is. But so I already kind of shared this week what we had going on. CEO Chatter Live for Dallas has been closed, but if you are interested in being a virtual guest, then you can always contact us at advertise@swagger.net, or you can send us a DM. Let me just show you all you can always send us an email at advertise@swagger.net if you're interested in being a virtual guest. And CEO Chatter Live is where business and life intersect. It is a podcast. It is distributed to all the major podcasting platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and what's that fifth one? And Amazon Music. So if you're not subscribed on those channels, then please make certain that you do subscribe to us, and make certain you're subscribed to our YouTube page, guys, because we have a lot of content on there. I think we have, I don't know if we have 1,000 videos yet, but we have quite a bit, and it kind of shows you just how long that we have been doing this, because we have been in existence now for almost 13 years come July. Yeah, yes. So what else? So on my personal page, one thing I did was I shared a story time. I was just kind of sharing about this experience that I had this week. And so for those who don't know, Swagger doubles as a PR boutique. That means that we offer public relations services to our clients. Usually those clients are Black business women who are launching or doing something new, or just looking to make an impact within their industry. Those are typically the type of people that I work with. And so with one of my clients who is hosting a safety and health fair this week, we were kind of on a call, well, not kind of, but we were on a Zoom with some Atlanta leaders, and I kind of had to open a call because my client was running late. And as we were just kind of sitting there, it got awkward. So I was like, oh, would anybody like to introduce themselves? Are y'all all familiar with each other? Just trying to break the ice. And I wasn't the only woman on the call, but the other person that was a woman was actually like the note taker for someone else. So I guess that's why she didn't really speak. But y'all, it was like, I'm not gonna say the quote that came to mind, but nobody was saying anything. So I'm just sitting there, and it was really awkward for me. I have bad anxiety. So in those moments when you're trying to talk to people, especially, like, I'm an ambivert. But in that situation, if the situation kind of calls for me to be more open, then I can normally kind of switch. Being that we were virtual though, and I really didn't totally know what the call was going to be about, but I was the person that set the call up. I just expected that my client was going to be on, and so that she would lead the call. So it was just weird. And then one of the guys ended up saying something like, well, I'm so and so, so and so. And then he suggested that we wait until she came on. And so that's what we ended up doing. But whatever he said, I really don't even quite remember, because I was just so grateful for somebody finally speaking up and taking that spotlight off of me, because it just seemed so awkward, like to have spoke in a room and then nobody responds to you. You kind of start feeling like, dang, it makes you feel out of place or something. So that stayed with me. I almost sent him an email just telling him, thank you so much for speaking up, because I needed, sometimes you kind of need somebody on your team or whatever. And that's kind of like what he did when he stepped up and just made his remark. Even though he suggested that we wait, it was still I was appreciative of that. And it just so happens that I end up on a consultation with him yesterday. And as we were wrapping up, I took a minute to just tell him thank you for speaking up in that moment, because it was very awkward for me and I really didn't know what to do. And he was like, and that's the whole reason for this story. But he ended up saying something along the lines of like, you were a Black woman in a space that was predominantly male, and you needed to feel safe and comfortable. And I thought that that was so profound, because a lot of Black men, will just kind of leave us hanging out there. Like, they'll see that we're the only woman in the room and still just be like, nah, she good on her own. You know what I mean? And sometimes we're not. Sometimes we need to know, like, hey, so and so got our back. Should something pop off, or even just in those business settings, sometimes you just want to have that support behind you. And that's kind of like how he acted in that moment for me. And I was really appreciative of that. So if you're listening to this message and you're a Black man, you know what? Don't leave Black women hanging like that in those moments. You know what I mean? Be the one to step up and help to break the ice with her, as opposed to just sitting back being like, "No, I'm just gonna let her sit there and look stupid on her own." You know what I mean? That's not how we supposed to be. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. And then what else do I have on my list? I told you all that CEO Chatter Live Dallas has closed. Um, we didn't get the response that we expected, but I still think it was a good campaign that we ran. I've still received more inquiries about people being virtual guests. If you are interested in being a virtual guest, those spots are $125. And I think that's a really good price, because you actually get a total of 9 placements. Aside from all those placements that I listed out earlier, you also get placement on swaggeronline.com, YouTube, Facebook, and our LinkedIn. So it comes to a total of 9. I listed 5 to you guys earlier. What else? Excuse me. And then we'll have an issue dropping next week. I'm very excited about that. This is our first issue that we'll be dropping this year. We hadn't done any other issues this year because, just kind of finding the right cover story. We have received lots of cover story inquiries, but they're not always a good fit. And the thing is, the reason why is because if you're going to be on the cover of the magazine, we have to make certain like that you're known, that people actually want to read about you. You know what I mean? You have to have the photos, or either we're going to do a photo shoot. And a lot of people may want to submit photos, but they're not that known, or either they don't want to pay the price. And I'm just like, okay. But the thing is, if we make you our cover, then we're going to put your face, that cover is going to be everywhere with you on it. All of our networks and everything, you will be seen. So like, you get a lot of exposure with the opportunity. And then also we have to still market that issue. So sometimes we might buy a billboard, or we might do ads, or both, or we might blow up the covers and present them to you, just different things to keep people engaged and to keep it front and center. So for that reason, we've set our prices as our price, and today's price may not be tomorrow's price, but we don't just like go up. No, today, and then today, tomorrow, and then it just steadily increases. That's not us. But we will increase the price. The price did increase this year. So if anybody is interested, though, you can always again reach out to us at advertise@swagger.net, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And then I mentioned that the directory is open for the intentional Black businesswoman who wants to do business with other Black businesswomen. We do have the directory. You can get a listing on that. It's only $50. Again, you can email us at advertise@swagger.net. And then I think we also have an ad running, so you all may have seen the ad for that as well. And all you have to do is click on it, and it takes you directly to the landing page, whereas you can purchase the listing. And the cool thing about the listing is that there's going to be other perks that comes along with it. Like you'll get an exclusive invite to our our private Facebook group that is the visibility vault for Black business women. And it's gonna be like, visibility tips. We'll be sharing media opportunities, just different opportunities for the businesswoman that is trying to be seen, as well as I'll be doing some lives. We'll have some guest speakers in because I do have quite an extensive network. So it's a great opportunity for those who are looking to be seen and be heard. And then we'll also put on some of our own events to be able to include some of our members in those events. And our events tend to do pretty well. They're usually virtual. We are trying to move into some more bigger in-person events. I would love to say that would happen this year, but it may not be this year, maybe next year. It really depends on the support that we have. If there's anybody watching, and you are part of a corporation, a bigger corporation, we are looking to partner with more corporations because usually everything that we do is either out of pocket or either we're dealing with small business owners. And I'm just like, if we could start getting some corporate sponsorship, that would really help to change the game for us. And that's what I've been working on this year, just trying to connect more. I realized that as some have told me, they chose their sponsor, they chose the organizations that they would support late last year. So for those who might be tuned in and kind of doing the same thing or wondering about how to get started on that, that's a tidbit of information that you can keep and further use. So I really should have started trying to connect with people late last year or the middle of last year up until late last year so that we could be on their list of organizations they could support this year. But I know that there's still other opportunities out there, or so I feel. And so I'm just searching for those. And if you are connected to someone that works for a corporation of the sort or that works in diversity and inclusion, and they're looking for an outlet or media or something to support, then please tell them about us. Tell them about Swagger Magazine. What else? And then also, of course, as I mentioned, with that issue that's being released, like we're going to be doing more digital issues this year. So there will be more opportunities for those who are business owners to get their business out there. And since they're digital, they're not as costly as our print opportunities because those do cost. And we have to make certain it costs because it costs to print. That's just the bottom line. This is how it works. And then also, I wanted to share with you guys. Do y'all feel like I'm just kind of jumping or am I making sense? All of this stuff it's a random talk, but I just don't know if it seems like I'm all over the place or not. So in the comments, you all could let me know, let me know that. And so I'll stop doing it if so. Also today, since it is a social Friday, I wanted to hop on and also share this brand with you guys, Image Dream brand. And I've already used the products. I'm sorry. I've been meaning to share this brand with you guys for a while. They were on the podcast, and then they were also on the podcast twice. And then Tammy was also a part of Black Women Made Whole, but this is her brand, and y'all, I love her products. The wash is really good. Like I had to buy a loofah so I could fully experience the wash the way I wanted to experience it. So I use it in the shower, and it's like to me, I feel like I'm kind of washing away all my frustrations. And I made a post about that the other day. But that's kind of like how I relax because I've really been into my self-care and skincare routine. So this is a part of my skincare routine. And I talk about my morning routine in a blog on our website if you guys want to check that out, and you can see what other items that I'm using. And then this is a lotion, but it has like a glow to it. Like it kind of makes you shimmer. And the name of it is Sunshine Glow Body Lotion. So it has like gold specks in it or something. I really like how it looks. I actually didn't have a minute to put any on today. I used another type of lotion because this wasn't in the bathroom because I was trying to make certain that I had this at my desk so that I wouldn't forget to show it to you guys. Let me pull up Tammy's website for you too, just in case you're trying to look them up. 1 second. Why am I not finding it? Tammy, are you on? I just saw a comment that you had, something when I went into my Facebook. That's what it is. I'm spelling Emmett like Emmett Till because that's how you say it. But here you go. I'm about to drop it in the comments now. Okay, this is the brand right here. So you guys can shop with them and support. Again, they have some really good products, and the products are all made with goat milk. So that's the cool thing about them. And then they are available on Walmart.com, so you can order from there, or you can visit their website and order with them. And I don't get paid for that, but Tammy, if you are looking for affiliates, like I said before, I am still interested because I love the products. And then also, I just want to make certain that you guys know if you are looking for vitamins and supplements, then you can visit blackgirlvitamins.com and use my code Francesca20, and it gets you 20% off your items. So it's just like I would have had all of these together, but I thought I had these already in the queue, but apparently I didn't. So this is Black Girl Vitamins website, and then you would use this code here. I dropped their code in the thing, but let me just drop it. I dropped it in the comments, saying in the thing. But if you're interested in shopping for Black Girl Vitamins, being through or with Black Girl Vitamins, then use my code Francesca20 and it gets you 20% off your order. Of course, I do actually receive something with those orders, but they have some really great products as well. This is their probiotics right here that I'm showing you guys, but they also have vitamin D. So if you have a vitamin D deficiency, then you definitely want to check them out. They even have a vitamin D testing kit. And then they also have what else do they have? Once a day vitamins, once a day vitamins, probiotics, D3, and it's one more that I have. I can't remember the name of it right now. Hair, skin, and nails. So they have hair, skin, and nail vitamins as well. And as you guys see, I mean, my hair has been growing. I've been using their products for about 3 months now, and I've seen results. I definitely know my energy has increased because it seems like I was just naturally born with low energy or something to me. I don't know. I was just one of those kids. So that's one reason why I've been taking them, just to, help me have more energy. But I've also was told by the nurse and my doctor that when you take a once a day vitamin, it can help with your headaches as well. Now, that's what she told me. Black Girl Vitamins didn't say that. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying this is something that I heard. I don't know. If you all know that to be true, you can let us know in the comments. I don't really have a lot of headaches. So I wasn't really, she just shared that with me, and I was just like, okay, cool, that's interesting. So I thought I'd pass that tidbit of information along to you guys. And I think that's really everything that I wanted to talk to y'all about today. So you learned about Black Girl Vitamins. You learned about Emmett Dream Brand. We talked about is Chivalry dead? Well, I don't think it's dead because of what the gentleman did the other day. But do you all think Chivalry is dead? Like, especially Black women, and do you feel that, like, when you're in those type of settings, that Black men will step up and speak up for you? Or do you feel like, oftentimes we're out there by ourselves? And also, don't forget that the directory is open and we are looking forward to listing you all there. So I think that's everything. I don't know. Do you all have any questions for me? Do you have any visibility or public relations questions or questions about advertising? You can always drop those in the comments and let me know. I'm just trying to, be of service and give you all some of my time today, and get to know you all. So if you have questions, you can drop those in the comments and I'll respond. I'm going to stay on just a minute longer just to see if anybody has anything. And then if not, then I'll go ahead on and get off because I have a call in a minute. But that's the reason why I decided to go live earlier. Normally, I do these about 12:30 on this page, and then at 12 o'clock on my personal Instagram account, which is Fancy Swagger. And if you're not following me there, then I invite you all to do so. Trying to hide this. How do I turn this? Where is it showing? I don't know. I'm not certain. Okay, I don't see any comments or questions, so I'm gonna go ahead on and hop off. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. The sun is shining. I'm really excited about it. Tomorrow, we're supposed to be in Jackson, Mississippi, at the National Association of Black Journalists Region 3 conference, and I haven't ever attended any National Association of Black Journalists events. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll be sharing like a little bit of footage. We won't be really covering it because they said it's not really for covering, them. It's not. It's more so geared toward an educational environment. But I still want to share a little bit with you all because I'll be doing a article about the benefits of being in professional associations. I know that personally for me, I'm really excited about the National Association of Black Journalists because I ended up getting $130,000 contract through the organization, like just the connection that I made through the organization. So if you're not in any professional organizations in your industry, I encourage you to do so because you basically get to there's money out there, for different industries, and that's how you learn about them. They go to those organizations to get the word out to their members, and so you can take advantage of that. So if you're not doing that, then I encourage you to be doing so. Just look, Google National Association of whatever it is that you do and see what's out there, and it does cost, but I think it's a benefit to you. It's a I almost want to say like it's an aspect, it's an investment in yourself, into yourself. So I encourage you all to do that. And I'm gonna go ahead on and prepare for my call and then hopefully enjoy my weekend. So peace and blessings, and y'all have a great day. I'll see you all on Monday, whereas I'll be interviewing Simone Smith of Magnificent LLC. Simone is a marketer, and Magnificent LLC is a one stop creative agency out of New Orleans. So she and I will be talking about some marketing things. If you have any questions pertaining to marketing, I invite you all to bring them to the conversation on Monday. And if you're going to be tuned in, then make certain that you let us know on the event setup that Facebook does. Like whenever you set the event up, then it does the little thing and you all can join. So let us know that you're going to be attending. I'm looking forward to it. And just all the other guests that I have coming to CEO Chatter Live, as well as all the amazing women that we're going to be featuring on the cover of Swagger Magazine and throughout Swagger Magazine and on swaggeronline.com. So we're all about promoting the Black woman, getting her seen, but also empowering those who are reading, are empowering our readers and passing on valuable information to them. So peace and blessings, and y'all have a good Friday.